paved paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. They took all the trees, put them in a tree museum, and they charged all the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away that DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, but leave me the birds and the bees. Please, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard that screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man.
And good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on and what time zone you are in. I am Skeptically Speaking.
And I am Sweet Pea.
And what a show we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in and not tuning out. If you want more independent media in your life, please consider supporting the show. One of three ways: Cash App, Venmo, or become a Patreon subscriber. You found us on YouTube, but don't forget us on TikTok, Blue Sky, Discord, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Kick, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, Substack, and also Upscroll. And that was Yellow Taxi by a TikTok singer. All my drinks have been see-through lately. Have you noticed that? But that's okay. Could be worse. So, okay, well, we've got lots of stories. I do have some good news before we start our fucky show for today. And I really hate discussing absolute abject wastefulness and stupidity, but yeah, we have to talk about it. But before we do that, let's talk. There's a few things. First of all, Bitch Tits Itch McGee, Kyle Rittenhouse, the shooter, the Wisconsin shooter, Mr. I get to shoot people and, whatever. This guy got bit by a brown recluse, ended up in the hospital.
Is the spider okay?
Yeah, that was my first thought. That poor spider. I hope he was able to quick enough. But yeah, so Kyle Rittenhouse is recovering, unfortunately. Rudy Giuliani, as we discussed before, is unfortunately recovering, so this wasn't good news, but that's okay. I wanted to, chalk one up for the spider. Oh, mentioning, winning. So there was a bullfighter who grabbed the bull by the horns, literally, messed with the bull and got the horns. I mean, I don't know how to talk about this. Apparently, a Spanish Matador suffers severe rectal injury after being gored by a bull during match. Huh. Oh.
I would say I'm sorry, but I'm really not. I have seen what these disgusting, inhumane, barbaric bastards do to those poor animals, and they deserve every single fucking hurty inch going up their asses. I'm sorry, I've got no fucks to give about them. I have seen the cruelty that they put those poor animals through.
Yeah. Yeah, he really got it. I mean, yikes on bikes. So
Was it
this
an
guy,
eye-opening experience?
yeah, I mean, this guy literally was uplifted. I got lifted up in the air by his asshole. I mean, this guy. So Morante de la Puebla, famed Spanish matador known as the king of the bullfighters, says he is in immense pain after undergoing hours of surgery to repair his perforated rectum after he was gored by a bull back in April 20th. I mean, look at this guy. This guy is literally in the air. He has gone aerodynamic. He is now the bull's puppet. I mean, this guy is come sail away. This guy is sailing through the air with the greatest of ease. I mean, this guy. Oh. Puebla described the incident as the most painful goring ever. Oh, I'm sorry. Has he been gored before? Oh, I'm so happy. And was carried off the pitch by 4 other matadors. While the bleeding was minimal, his injury was extensive. Wouldn't that be an embarrassing way to go, bleeding to death by out of your asshole? The matador says he is in a lot of pain following the incident and will be receiving IV nutrition through a catheter. He says he has barely slept, he has no appetite, and has just started a long road to recovery. I'm so sorry to hear that. The bullfighter's rectum was completely severed during Monday's performance at Seville's Maestranza Arena. He turned his back on the bull when the bovine drove its horn into his rectum, causing a 4-inch tear. So
is that all?
That's an inch.
Is that all?
2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Well, you should have drove it all the way home, right up to the hilt, as they say.
Yeah. Has anybody, talked to the bull? How is he doing? How is his mental health after having its horns in this guy's nasty ass? Well, and yeah, that's a Bobby Kennedy story. Ugh. We talked about that yesterday in yesterday's show. This weirdo running our health department stops at the side of the road and decides to cut a raccoon's penis off. This guy is not well.
No, he's not well.
And neither is the bullfighter.
Yes. No. Yes, audience, I will give Skeptically a gentle reminder of the devastatingly disgusting news that he said that he was going to share on today's show that he would not divulge yesterday, even though he did tell me prior to hand, and I was having a hard time holding on to my breakfast.
And
now he's trying to think.
Shit.
Now he's trying to think.
I can't. To be honest, my brain is fried. You'll have to give me a reminder. Laura Loomer. I'm sorry. I was delinquent. I did not want to even look into that story, but okay. Tomorrow.
Come on.
I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. I'm going to try. I will promise. I promise. Let's do the story tomorrow. After all, tomorrow is another day. I just did not want to look into that story, and then I forgot about it, and then you reminded me of it, and I'm like, ugh. Laura Loomer and Donald Trump, say no more. It's going to have to be when I'm not enjoying a nice, tasty mango brandy. But yeah, it's just a gross, grotesque, nasty story. And it starts with a lawsuit. The lawsuit gets dropped and it ends up with worse than we could have imagined. I mean, that's the story in a nutshell. I don't want to, you know, ugh. All right, well, send me the link. BBC Independent. Yeah, just send it to me. We won't do the story today, but it'll be queued for tomorrow's show. I just had a lovely dinner. I had, what did I have? I had an omelet sandwich. Now, it's an awesome sandwich. It you take an omelet, you heat the omelet up, and then you have everything seasoned sourdough bread. All you need is mayo at that point. If you make the omelet right, you don't need to do anything else. You put mayo on
Spicy
the bread.
mayo?
No, just regular. Just regular. And then
Okay.
the omelet is already infused with everything that you could possibly want. And then that's the sandwich. And I just don't want to upset my stomach after enjoying all of that. And then my lovely drink, closest to a lemon drop I'll ever get. People's fine. Yeah, people.com, sure. People magazine. But yeah, it's a grotesque story. We will talk about it tomorrow. Oh, you know what? It's going to go perfectly with our story tomorrow because we are going to be talking about the pearl clutching on the right because people are mocking Charlie Kirk's death.
Well, if you send me the title, I will find graphics unless you've got graphics, and then I will put together a background. But why? Are they still angry that he fell to the left?
Yeah, leaned left. They still haven't gotten over that. Damn it. That's okay. But yeah, so, okay, let's get into today's story. Peachy. We're going to be talking peaches. You know, this country has been described as a wasteful country, as just wasting everything you can think of, we throw away. We could literally feed the world with the amount of food that we waste every single goddamn year. Here is yet another story of American wastefulness, because yes, let's talk about it. Okay, yeah, let's do this. San Francisco Gate, link will be down in the description. So, California farmers to destroy 420,000 peach trees following the Del Monte bankruptcy. Del Monte, as you know, is probably one of the largest fruit companies, bar none. Central California farmers are expected to gain up to $9 million in federal aid to help remove 420 clingstone peach trees following the closure of Del Monte Foods canneries earlier this year. Del Monte permanently closed its Modesto and Houston canneries in April after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy last July. I think Del Monte used to be United Fruit Company way back in the day, back in the 50s.
Yeah, I will always remember, especially around the time that I think it was when Chernobyl went up. I was like very much a kid then. Was it Chernobyl? I think it was. There was like acid rain. Del Monte was one of the stapled tinned fruits
Mm-hmm.
that like my parents and stuff would buy, because we'd buy like tinned vegetables and stuff, and we were living off like tinned fruits and vegetables for a few years till it was deemed safe. Again, now this was back like in like the 80s. I think it was Chernobyl. Fuck, I was like freaking 5, 6, barely 7 then. We weren't allowed to play in the rain.
Well, this story just takes a dark turn because they're, I mean, they're getting a $9 million bailout. But get this. The factory closures left hundreds of workers without a job, while also leaving farmers in dire straits as they navigate what to do with their crops. Like, duh, you don't throw them out, you keep them. In March, the Sacramento Bee reported that many Central California farmers had their 20-year contracts to grow peaches with Del Monte canceled while facing a $550 million loss in revenue. The impact pushes a delegation of California lawmakers to ask the U.S. Department of Agriculture to provide financial support to the fruit growers. Last week, California Senator Adam Schiff and Representative Mike Thompson and Dave Valadao announced in a news release that the USDA had approved their request to pay California farmers to remove around 3,000 acres of clingstone peach trees before the harvest season. According to new releases, removing 50,000 tons of peaches from production could help growers save about $30 million in losses. Well, for fuck's sake. How about this? How about we pay the farmers to keep the trees and we use those peaches and send those peaches to grocery stores, mom and pop shops all across California. And then if there's a surplus, send them to other states. Why the fuck? Fucking hell. For generations, Central Valley farms have relied on Del Monte's Modesto facility to process their peaches, and its sudden closure left growers with thousands of pounds of fruit and no clear path forward. And we're just going to throw all this out, throw this all away. Schiff, Thompson, these people, what is the fucking hell? In addition to 39 other members of Congress sent a letter to Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins in March stating that many of the affected California farmers are multi-generational family farmers who have invested in their orchards for decades. They argued that it was necessary to aid these farmers or risk long-term structural damage to our nation's agricultural base. Yeah, how about we just not destroy the trees? Can we do that? When a process facility closes and 55,000 acres of fruit suddenly have nowhere to go, I know where they can go. That's not something a family farm can just absorb. Correct. There's no argument there. This funding is a critical step in ensuring these important multi-generational businesses can stay afloat. Lodi-based Pacific Coast producers purchased Del Monte's canned fruit business earlier this year following a court approval to sell all of its assets. Pacific Coast producers offered contracts to farmers to buy 24,000 tons of peaches, but about 50,000 tons will go unused. But for fuck's sake, disperse them. Disperse them. What are we doing? Throwing all of this away. You've got 20 years invested in these orchards, and we're just going to remove them. Get rid of them. Plow them asunder. Why? They're already there. This is why you need a functional government. My God, how many billions of dollars have we sunk into the stupid war with Iran? Here's a novel idea. The money that we spent fucking with Iran, how about we use that money instead and help our farmers out? Yep, go ahead.
I was just saying, how about if they don't want the trees anymore, how about giving the trees to people who would appreciate and eat the fruit off them? Give them for free.
Yeah, I mean,
a novel idea.
Well, I don't know if we can. I don't know what it would take to uproot these trees and plant them somewhere else. That would be a huge undertaking, I imagine. That's too much.
It'd be worth it if they. No, it's not too
Just
much.
leave them. Just leave them where they are. Leave them where they are. And let's give out these peaches. You know?
Yeah, free peaches for people. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. There is more than enough food in the world. Nobody should be going hungry. There is no reason why people should be going hungry with the amount of food that there is on this planet.
I mean, we waste so much.
Yeah, it's
now we're just gonna plow all this down. It's like, my fucking God, there's no contingency plan at all. Oh, well, Monte went out of business. So fucking what? What's plan B, C, D, E, F, G? Come on. Think outside the box, but nothing is to be wasted. Can we have that mindset? Is this just too hard? You know? Is this too hard for us to grasp? This is an insane society, bar none. But yeah, it's just unbelievable, unreal. Let's go to our next story. Let's go to recordnet.com. California peach farmers get $9 million USDA bailout after cannery closure. God damn, we can do better than this shit. California peach growers left without a market. I mean, goodness fuck. Have a market ready to go if something like this happens. Contingency plans. This is the problem. We never plan. So all of these politicians are getting behind this going, oh yeah, this is good stuff. You know, we're going to help our farmers out by destroying all these plants. It's like, why? So the Modesto facility processed roughly 30 to 35% of California's clean peaches, and no comparable processing capacity is currently available, leaving growers across Central Valley and Yuba Stutter region with fruit they cannot sell. Why can they not sell it? How about the government buys it and then, you know, gives it to other, you know, stores for a discounted price? I mean, come on. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too much in my head on this.
No, you're not. What they need to do is collect all the fruit off the trees, like you said, and they need to give it out to families who, you know, can't afford it. They just want to give free fruit away. Leave the trees. You know, why not plant on new land? Why destroy trees that are already there?
Yeah.
Corporations will never cease to amaze me at how greedy and stupid that they are. Like, I read an article the other day. This lady was literally arrested and charged for theft, for dumpster diving, for food that a supermarket had chucked away. A supermarket had chucked food
I hate
away.
those stories. I really do.
And me too. I'm like, how the fuck is it theft? You've chucked it out, meaning you no longer want it, you no longer own it. It's in the fucking bin. Why not donate it to people who are actually going hungry, who actually need it, who will actually appreciate it, instead of sending it to a landfill.
Yeah.
Where
so
it's greatly...
let me get through this. So the tree removal allows farmers to replant with crops such as pistachios, walnuts, and blah, blah, blah. Throughout those investments can take years to generate income. When a processing facility closes and tens of thousands of acres of fruit suddenly have nowhere to go, that's something family farm cannot absorb. We've gone through that. It's just, my God. So California produces 475 to 550,000 tons of peaches annually, including both freestone peaches for the fresh market and clingstone peaches for processing. Clingstone peaches, the type most affected by the cannery closure, are grown primarily in Central Valley and are not suited for fresh retail sales. Okay. They're not suited. What makes them not suitable for retail sales?
That's what I was just about to ask. How does it make them okay to put in a can, but why are they not okay for fresh selling? What's the fact?
So this type of peach, well, the canning process, you're putting a bunch of corn syrup, sugar, and who the hell knows. So by the time you open up that can, the peach that you're eating is not, I don't know. I guess you can't eat it fresh. I don't get it. Clingstone
I don't get it
peaches.
either.
Can you look up clingstone peaches? Okay, well, fucking hell. Clingstone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat just in case. Ooh. Thank you for looking up that Laura Loomer story. Ugh. Sorry. I'm going to open up that. That's the Independent. Yeah, I'm going to have these queued for tomorrow. That way I won't forget.
Okay, sounds good, and you're welcome.
People Magazine. Okay, that opened up. Good. Ugh. What a clown show. Yeah, so, okay. My goodness. I mean, if they can't sell, if they're not suitable for retail, then what the fuck? They're only good for canning, I guess?
So it says here that clingstone peaches are a variety where the flesh sticks firmly to the pit, making them ideal for canning, jams and jellies rather than fresh eating, typically smaller, sweeter and juicier than freestone that are available earlier in the season, May and June. Common types early in the season, yellow and white varieties. The pit adhesion, the flesh adheres to the stone, making it difficult to separate, unlike the easy removed pit of a fresh stone peach. I'm sorry, but if these people actually eaten a fucking fresh peach, because I tell you what, the flesh is not that easily removed from the fucking stone of it. You know what I mean? You know, when you eat a peach and you spend about 5 minutes trying to suck the flesh off from the stone, am I just...
Well, I guess these are
on my own.
Hard. They must be very dense and hard to where once they're canned, they soften up and all of that sugar is, saturates the peach, so it's no longer an issue. That's the only thing I can think of, because I've bit into some dry, nasty peaches, and there was just no juice in them. It's like you bite into it and it's like, and then you throw it away because
maybe that's what they mean. Maybe that's what they mean. Maybe the peaches are not as succulent as the other peaches because of what season that they've been picked in. So maybe because they're a bit on the drier side.
So you mean to tell me I freaked out for nothing?
Yeah.
Won't be the first time. Well,
Either
today
that,
wasn't
or we need
my
to get
show.
some experienced. That's okay. Either that, or we need to get some experienced suckers to get the juice out of them. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So we basically need, we need a professional suck up, is what you're saying. Oh,
sorry,
man.
audience. Please don't. I hope I do not clip that, audience. Please do not clip that.
Okay, but there's got to be another company. Okay, let's say these peaches are no good retail to sell to you and I. Fine. Is there no other canning company that would take these peaches? Seriously?
There should be plenty of canning companies, because you will always need canned fruit and fruit put in jelly. So there's got to be like different companies. So Monte's not the only company.
Right.
There's got to be other companies to do that. I've always grown up with Del Monte, so it's a shame to see them close, but I think I'm more disgusted at the fact that all this fruit is going to go to waste when there is like hungry people that would be so appreciative of the fresh fruit, especially the vitamins and stuff they can get from it. It seems it's very wasteful, very fucking wasteful.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, and who doesn't like a nice succulent juicy peach?
A succulent Chinese meal? Sorry, Oh, did you hear they released the Epstein, the Jeffrey Epstein suicide note?
Yes, they did, and it implicates Trump even further into the web of lies he's trying to say that he has no part of.
I can hardly read it. Could you read it? I got like 8 words. I mean, it was just so god awful.
Send it to me. Send it to me. I was listening to somebody on a video reading it out.
Well, I don't have a copy of the note, but I've seen screenshots of it, and I'm like, I can't. Oh, so this article actually prints it. Okay, here we go. A federal judge on May 6 unsealed Jeffrey Epstein's purported suicide note, a terse, handwritten document in which the letter writer celebrated going out on his own terms. Quote, "It is a treat to be able to choose one's time to say goodbye. What you want me to do? Bust out crying? No fun, not worth it." That's it. That's the note. According to the letter, which has not been authenticated, Epstein also maintained that the case against him was thin. They investigated me for months, found nothing. He apparently wrote, adding the charges date back many years. The release of the note comes about 7 years after the disgraced financier was found dead. Man, has it been 7 years? By apparent suicide in a Manhattan jail where he was awaiting sex trafficking charges. The document was under seal for years in connection with the case of Epstein's one-time cellmate, Nicholas Tartaglione, a former cop who would go on to be sentenced to life in prison in connection with orchestrating a quadruple murder. Yo! Okay. Tartaglione found the letter a little over a week before Epstein's suicide on August 10th. Court papers say that the note was written previous to his suicide and in connection with an earlier apparent suicide attempt. Judge Kenneth M. Karras of the Southern District of New York unsealed the document in response to a petition from the New York Times. Court filings show Karras oversaw Tartaglione's case. July 19th, according to the period, Epstein and Tartaglione were cellmates. Epstein was found unconscious in his cell with marks on his neck from an apparent suicide attempt. Epstein denied trying to take his own life and said Tartaglione assaulted him. The former cop rejected the accusation. Epstein was then moved to another cell and later found dead. The release of the note comes as public interest in Epstein's suspected crimes. Suspected crimes? Why are we using this verbiage? Oh, God. Wow. Well, be still my beating heart. That's great. Well, we've got that out of the way.
Yeah, also as well, when I was listening to the news yesterday, apparently that they have actually found evidence that 3 years prior to Trump being elected in 2016, Trump already knew Jeffrey Epstein 3 years prior to him getting elected. And there is actual evidence that he met Melania through Epstein at the parties. Now, we're not surprised by that. We all knew that she met Trump at one of Epstein parties. The only one that seems to be denying this is Melania. So we're not surprised, but I did send you another article where a Leon Black, a billionaire investor, has got a lawsuit against sexual assault against him. I wonder if Trump is friends with Leon Black.
Wouldn't surprise me. Well, I mean, he doesn't have to be friends with him, but I'm just saying it's a sordid mess. Rapists like to hang out with each other. Who knew?
Exactly.
Well, let's switch gears. So here's some good news. Sam Neill, the British actor, Sam Neill says he's cancer-free after chemo stopped working. Oof. Okay. That's usually not good news, but he is cancer-free. Sam Neill is now cancer-free, and he credits a groundbreaking new therapy for it. I've been living with a particular type of lymphoma for about 5 years, and I was on chemotherapy and pretty miserable business, but it was keeping me alive. When the chemo stopped working, I was at a loss, and it looked like I was on the way out, which wasn't ideal, obviously. Sam Neill, he's the paleontologist on Jurassic Park. The actor's only option left was CAR-T cell therapy, which genetically modifies patients' blood cells and is in clinical trials to treat another blood cancer, melanoma, according to the outlet. Or myeloma. Myeloma. Okay. Quote, I've just had a scan just now and there is no cancer in my body. That's an extraordinary thing. I'm very, very excited that this can happen. It's time I did another movie. But yeah, so Neil is currently advocating for state and federal government to fund the life-saving treatment for all blood cancer patients in Australia with the help of the Snowdome Foundation. It's science at its best. In 2023, the actor revealed he was diagnosed with stage 3 blood cancer. I'm not afraid to die, he told The Guardian, but it would annoy me because I'd really like another decade or two. You know, we've built all these lovely terraces. We've got these olive trees and cypresses, and I want to be around to see it all mature. And I've got my lovely little grandchildren. I want to see them get big. But as for the dying, I couldn't care less. Well, goddamn, Neil. All right. Well, that's good news.
Yes, that is good news, and I really hope that he goes in to remission, hopefully, with these new treatments. Hopefully, even if it grants him an extended 20 years, or even an extended 10, I wish him the best. Also, I just found that Leon Black and Donald Trump have known each other for decades. They went to Russia together.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I just sent you an article.
Okay.
We'll dive into it tomorrow.
Yeah. There's so much news. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah. Republican redistricting plans. So apparently, a Florida Republican just became the first apparent casualty of a redistricting war his own party helped ignite. Representative Daniel Webster announced Tuesday he will not seek re-election, bowing out as Republicans charge into an increasingly messy midterm map fight, largely driven by Donald Trump's push to redraw districts ahead of schedule. It is, man, trying to sound like he looks. Let me see. It has been an honor and privilege to represent my beloved state in the U.S. House of Representatives. This time has come to pass the torch to the next conservative leader, spend more precious time with my wife and I don't care. The 77-year-old did not directly cite redistricting. His exit comes as the GOP barrels into an aggressive effort to reshape the congressional maps. Redistricting typically occurs once every decade following the census, but Trump urged Republicans to fast-track new maps in 2025, triggering a wave of battles across the country to have so far delivered mixed, in some cases painful, results for the party. Republicans are still reeling from a bruising loss in Virginia. That was funny. Governor Ron DeSantis is pushing an aggressive proposal that would expand the GOP's advantage from 20 to 8 to potentially 24 to 4 by redrawing at least 14 districts, a move that could reshape the state's political landscape but also scramble existing seats. Against that backdrop, Webster's departure is only making matters worse. His exit brings the total number of House Republicans not seeking re-election to 37, surpassing the 34-member exodus that preceded the GOP's disastrous 2018 midterm when Democrats flipped the House to a 40-seat blowout during President Trump's first term. God damn. If we can't even manage that, what are we even doing? But I digest. A wave of Republicans are abandoning their House seats to chase higher office, including gubernatorial hopefuls Nancy got maced from South Carolina, Representative Byron Donalds of Florida, and Andy Biggs in Arizona. Yeah, good luck, guys. Others are eyeing the Senate. Representative Kevin Hearn of Oklahoma, Harriet Hagman of Wyoming, and Buddy Carter of Georgia are among those attempting to climb the political ladder. Then there are those simply done with Congress altogether, like Don Bacon of Nebraska, who's openly clashed with Donald Trump, who's also opted to step away permanently. Webster's decision lands at a particularly bleak moment for the GOP. Trump's approval rating has slid to 34% as viewers grow increasingly frustrated with rising costs and economic instability tied to the ongoing Iran conflict. Gas prices have surged nationwide to $4.17 per gallon. Ah. Oh man, how old is this article? $4.17, you sweet summer child. Yeah, this is a week ago. Yeah. Gas is way past that. Well done, Republicans. Good job. You guys started a race to the bottom. Awesome. Absolute morons. A lot of you. So there's that.
Yes, I was going to say today's gas prices average 5.301. And I believe that is for a litre. I'm not sure. I don't have a car, so. Yeah, so that would be $5.30 per litre. Am I right? Am I wrong? You got a car? Tell me. Am I right? Is it $5.30 for a litre at the moment?
No, it's $5 for an entire gallon.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. You guys in Europe would love those gas prices.
Yes, we would.
Yeah, so here we are bitching and moaning about. It's like we pay the lowest in the entire world, I think. So there's that.
Holy shit. People in the UK are now paying $1.60 per litre. $1.60 per litre. $1.60 per litre.
Convert
Hang
that
on,
into.
I'll see what.
How many liters are in a gallon?
Hang on 1 second.
Because that doesn't sound like a lot. Okay, so there's 3.785.
3.6. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still not a lot. You guys, your gas prices are the same as us.
No, wait there. If I do.
Hold on.
Because I done
So 3.785.
60 in dollars. No, right, so that would be $2.18 a litre for you guys. $2.18 a litre.
$2.18. Is that the price in the UK right now?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are doing $8 a gallon.
Yes.
Okay. Oops. Yeah, that drives the price of everything up. The cost of goods is higher. Ugh. Sorry to hear that.
I'm also going to do petrol because we call it petrol over here for petroleum and not gas. Because, I don't know.
That's unreal.
All right. So as of yesterday, it's £2 per litre. £2 per litre. So if we do £2. convert to dollars.
Yeah, $7.57.
So that'll be $2.72 for a litre. So if that's, if it's $2.72 for a litre, so that's just over $8. Would that be just over $8? $8.40,
Yeah.
$8.50 off the top of my head. I'm not, me and maths with my dyslexia don't really get on, but I think it's like $8, nearly $8.50 or just over $8.50.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much. Pretty close. But again, I guess it would depend on how fuel efficient your vehicles are.
Hang on 1 second. Because if there's nearly, say there's 4 litres in a gallon. Let's just say it's 4 litres in a gallon. We know it's 3.7, but that's, I need to even it. So that'll be, so that would just be over just $10 for 4 litres. That'll be over $10 for 4 litres. So it's probably more like $9 for the 3.7. So yeah, it's about $9. That's expensive.
Yeah. That's, well, it's pretty wild that the even as high as the cost of your fuel, it all depends on how efficient your vehicles are. But then again, you guys get paid better than we do, so I don't feel that much sorry for you. Kind of, but no. But yeah, that's what it is. It's just wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
It is wild. And do you know what is disgusting? Foil has gone up as well. Like, I remember being able to buy like foil for like £1. It's now like nearly $4. I'm disgusted. Why has the price of foil gone up? And I know most of our viewers are now going to be confused, thinking, what the fuck is foil?
Aluminium.
No. I'm not even going down that argument, mister. It's a trap.
It's a trap. No, never. Never, never, never. All right. Well, if we don't have anything else to add, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us on the Skeptically Speaking podcast. Thank you for tuning in and not tuning out. If you want more independent media in your life, please consider supporting the show. You can do that one of 3 ways: Cash App, Venmo, or become a Patreon subscriber. Links are down in the description. We like to do this full time and not just in our spare time.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We appreciate your support. Hopefully we'll catch you all on the flip side tomorrow. Have a lovely... Is it Friday today?
Yeah, Friday already.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody.
Oh. Yeah, good night.
Wake up, grab a brush and put a little makeup. Hide the scars to fade away. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to grab a brush and put a little makeup. You wanted to hide the scars to fade away the shake-up. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? You wanted to. I don't think you trust